Okay, today we're going to learn some of the differences between Rosh Chodesh and Rosh Hashanah. There's maybe more, but I'm bringing 4 differences of here. A, on Rosh Chodesh we say Hallel, and Rosh Hashanah we don't say Hallel, as we already learned about that in the Gemara. Rosh Hashanah, Daf Lamed Beis, Amud Beis. The Gemara says over there, Omar Ravo, Omar Halacha Shiur Tzifnei HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Rebbeinu Shel Olam, Mipnei Mo and Yisrael Omrim Shir L'Fanecha B'Rosh Hashanah V'Yom HaKippurim. That was the Shiloh of the Malachim to Hashem. Why don't they say...
Guys, if you could just keep it down a little bit.
Why don't we say Hallel and Rosh Hashanah? And Hashem answered them, Omar Loim, Efshar Melech Yeshua Kisa Din. There's Yom Adin today, V'Sifrei Chaim, V'Sifrei Meisim, Psuchim L'Lefono, V'Yisrael Omrim Shira. That's why it's not appropriate day. It's a serious day, Yom Adin. So there we have some worries about the outcome of Yom Adin Memele. That's one reason we don't say Hallel and Rosh Hashanah. We're going to see there's another reason. From that reason also we'll say another reason why don't we say Hallel Rosh Hashanah. Second difference between Rosh Hashanah Yom Kippur, Rosh Hashanah and Rosh Chodesh, that every Rosh Chodesh before Shabbos, before Rosh Chodesh, we do Kiddush HaChodesh, the blessing of the month. Before Rosh Hashanah we don't have blessing of the month. There's many reasons. One of them, the Darche Moshe, he brings that's part of the mixing up the Satan. They should not know when is Rosh Hashanah. So we don't announce. And there is also a remez in the Posuk for it that says, Kichoyklu Yisraelu Mishpat Eleke Yaakov Bakes Alem Chagina. Kesem Miloshen Kisui. We have to mechase, we have to hide the day of Rosh Hashanah. That's why we don't do Kiddush HaChodesh. The Satan doesn't even know the Rosh Hashanah is coming. There's also known from the Baal Shem Tov, it's brought in a Yom Yom, that we bless every month, but the Chodesh HaShvi, Hashem himself, he makes the blessing of the month. We don't do it. Other half of the koyach that Hashem blessed this month, we do the blessing every month. So that there is a Kiddush HaChodesh, there is a blessing, but not by us, by Hashem. Anyway, so that's another difference between before Rosh Chodesh, that every before Rosh Chodesh we do blessing of the month, and before Rosh Hashanah we don't do the blessing of the month.
How's the blessing that Hashem gives Rosh Chodesh different than all the blessings He gives to the world all the time?
It looks like the same thing. We do the blessing of the Chodesh. He does the blessing. Besides all the other blessing, it does the blessing of the month. And that will be another reason why don't we say Hallel on Rosh Hashanah, because with Kesel Yom Chagen you have to hide it's Rosh Chodesh today. We don't say Hallel. Another reason. Okay. Now the third difference between Rosh Chodesh and Rosh Hashanah, that that's the only Rosh Chodesh of the year. It's Yom Tov. Every Rosh Chodesh is not Yom Tov. It's a shtickle Yom Tov. It's not Rosh Chodesh. It's Rosh Hashanah. It's a real Yom Tov. Oh, with that we come to the fourth difference. The Beis Yosef, he brings the Rabbeinu Yoina on Maseches Brachos. I'm going to read it inside just to see the difference between Rosh Hashanah and Rosh Chodesh. He brings like this. I'm reading first the Rif, then the Rabbeinu Yoina. The Rif, Omar Rava. Tov lo hiske shel Rosh Chodesh be'arvis and machzirin oisef. Somebody forgot to say Yalla v'Yovai on Rosh Chodesh at night, the night of Rosh Chodesh. You don't go back. Why? She'en mekachim s'chodesh elo bayoim. Your Kiddush HaChodesh that was only bayoim, and they learned from the Psukim why. The Meila, so since the real Kiddush HaChodesh was Bayom, we just start the night before, so it's not the real time is tomorrow morning. That's why you don't go back. The Gemara says v'shamina and mineh shim tov ba'arvis b'shabbos or b'yamim tovim. If you forgot, you made a mistake, the davening of Friday night or other yamim tovim at night. You made a mistake, you daven regular davening. Shemachzirin oisa. It's nothing to do because tfilas arvis or reshus has to do and mekachin HaChodesh b'layla. That only applies for Rosh Chodesh. It doesn't apply for Shabbos or Yom Tov. Okay. Then the Rabbeinu Yoina brings over here there was somebody in his time He says like this. V'is the meforshe, the davka b'shar yomim toivim. Some saying what the Rif says of here, Paskening, only Rosh Chodesh at night, when you forget, you don't go back. But other Yom Tovim you go because in Makachim HaChodesh B'Layla, some wanted to say, Rabbeinu Yonah bring in his time, some scholars wanted to say that that's only applies for other Yom Tovim, but Rosh Hashanah, which is its real Rosh Chodesh, that's why it's Rosh Hashanah, because it's Rosh Chodesh, we're just hiding it, we're just not, even by Yalev V'Yova, we don't say, and Rosh Hashanah, when we say Yalev, we don't say Yom Rosh Chodesh, we say Yom HaZikaron, again, we're hiding the Rosh Chodesh part. So over here, some say, the Svara, if somebody made a mistake by davening of Rosh Hashanah at night, you should not go back, because the whole thing is Yom Tov because of Rosh Chodesh. And Makachim HaChodesh B'Layla, really, the real Yom Tov starts tomorrow. We're just doing it, we're following the day, we're starting from the night before. So some said, by Rosh Hashanah, if you make a mistake by davening of Rosh Hashanah, you daven regular, it would be amazing how would somebody come to Shul or Rosh Hashanah and would forget, say, regular davening. It's, how could you, on Rosh Hashanah, say regular, but if he did it, l'choyre, someone to say he doesn't have to go back, like by Rosh Chodesh. He says, אבל ביום טוב של ראש השנה, כיוון שתלוי בראש חודש, אם טוב ולא הזכיר של יום טוב בערביס, אין מחזירין עושה, דכראש חודש דיינין עליה. We compare it to the ראש חודש, not to regular Shabbos ויום טוב. Then comes Rabbeinu Yonah, he disagrees with that, and like I said, the Beis brings this Halacha, this Rabbeinu Yonah, he says, Menucha loymar, she'af al pi shetolui b'Rosh Chodesh. It's true, Rosh Hashanah is tolui b'Rosh Chodesh. When it's Rosh Chodesh Tishrei, then it's Rosh Hashanah. Kevan shu Yom Tov, it's a natural way, many notches up than Rosh Chodesh, but it's Yom Tov, Rosh Hashanah, Kevan shu Yom Tov, u'mitzvahs Yom Tov, Alima, it's the strong halachas of Yom Tov, which is regular Chodesh, don't have it. Mitzvah Yom Tov Alima Tfei Mimela, it's stronger than the regular, comparing it to Rosh Chodesh. Sheyesh bo Isur Melacha, Mashenken Rosh Chodesh. On Rosh Chodesh you could do Melacha, you could do work, and on Rosh Hashanah you can't. It's Ubetfila Gamken Eno Maskeinyan Rosh Chodesh Klal. We don't mention a word of Rosh Chodesh during davening. El Inyan Yom Tov. Memela Yoseresh Lodun Oitza Kuma Yom Tov. Memela we're comparing Rosh Hashanah not to Rosh Chodesh, comparing it to Yom Tov. So if somebody forgot that any mistake by davening of Rosh Hashanah at night, you have to go back, because even though it's Rosh Chodesh, but it's more stronger comparison to Yom Tov. So that's the four differences we brought over here. So even though it's Rosh Chodesh, Rosh Hashanah, but if you forgot something to say on Rosh Hashanah night, you will go back. Unlike Rosh Chodesh, you go back like Yom Tov.